him all geared up, ready for the trail here. Watch it, Moreira here. He's gonna go a lot slower now, but he should last longer. I use the same gears for the rooster Whirligig. I was getting this, both of the gears from Pittsco Education, but they haven't had this spur gear. I either got it from Go Builda or I can't remember the name right now. But anyway, I had to search a long time to get this one. It's a 1/4 inch. I've got a 1/4 inch shaft here, and they're 32 pitch. I forget how many teeth they are. I'll list it there. That's pretty awesome. I didn't have to change the shaft at all. This shaft here had the propeller on it. So what I did was I had to glue a couple extra pieces of wood on here because that bearing is 5/8 inch wide. Anyway, so I reinforced it with some wood here and drilled a 5/8 inch hole, and so it wasn't that hard of a modification. Basically, it was gluing the wood on and drilling a 5/8 hole for the bearing. And what I'm hoping to do next is take this block and install a 1/4 inch bearing here and a 3/16 inch bearing here, and I'll let this ride on top of here, or let it ride on the shaft, so it'll keep the shafts from coming apart. I'm calling it a bearing block. It's just going to hold a couple bearings, keep these shafts from coming apart. This is a real nice, easy action, so there's not much stress on it. But just in case, it wouldn't hurt. Gives you a little added security there. I just about have his face all painted and his body. Oh, I gotta work on his shirt a little bit. He's coming along. Look at those calves, his legs. Of course, he's got the orange shoes, and I need to paint the backpack. So I still got a bit of painting to do. I like the expression on his face. It's kind of nice. Well, check it out. I got the bearing block on there now. That seems to be working well. I drilled it just right the first time on this bearing block. It's a little tricky. I drilled the bigger one, the 1/4 inch bearing first. That takes a 5/8 inch hole. And let me show you what I did. What I did was I installed this bearing first, and then I slid it on there until I could see where it was hitting, and I took my pencil and made a mark all around it, and then I drilled the 1/2 inch hole. So if you don't get it quite right, you can just elongate the hole a little bit, where if it's not tight enough you can go up, and if it's too tight you can come down. Anyway, and then you can make up the difference with epoxy glue. That's how you can make a nice adjustment on that bearing. But I think this is looking pretty good. I think what I'll do next is I'm going to make a mold of this, because I know this is the right distance it needs to be between these two gears. So that's kind of important. Well, check them out. Got them all painted. Got his Go Light pack. I might paint on it a little bit more. I was thinking about putting some flowers on in there. Maybe work on those shoes a little bit. Give them a little red. Need a little red. Here's my mountains. Little river running through it. I tried to make it look like he's on a path, and the path runs all the way along here. Like that. Well, it turns real easy. I got that bearing block on there. I just put a couple nuts on either side of it, just to keep it from moving. So, let's see that. Let's get a nut on one side, nut on the other. Get some light on there. Well, I don't have any wind today, so I'm gonna put the camera on the stand and I'll hit this thing with the leaf blower to show you what it looks like. I also made a mold of this bearing block. This is what I used as a model. This is the original. Then I made a casting. So I still haven't tested it, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to be in these holes are going to be in the right spot. I think I'll sell these in the Etsy shop, because you should be able to use this in a lot of different applications where you're using those 2 gears from the Rooster Whirligig. So I could see having 2 of them in a row somehow, and it would be like a gearbox. Thanks for stopping by, friends. I sure appreciate it. Take care. I'll see you down the trail. Bye now.